Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we need a lot of alloys. No doubt about that. I'm going to sell off some minerals here, and we're just working on building up our amount of energy credits at this moment. We're going to sell some food, we're going to sell some consumer goods, we're going to sell a lot of things. We're going to sell volatile motes. Yeah, the price on this is absolute rock bottom. Understood. We're going to be selling off all of this. What's our cap? 200,000? Okay. So we're going to be selling a lot. No doubt about that. The biggest thing that we're going to sell here is zero. We're going to need to buy in some additional alloys. We'll buy what we can. It's not going to be a lot. And that is absolutely understood. So we'll sell off additional zero. Yep, the price is rock bottom. This is not very efficient. And that is completely understood. It's absolutely fine at this moment. We don't actually care about any of these resources. So we're going to sell all of those and buy whatever we can, which ends up being almost 13,000 alloys. Okay, so that's not too bad. We'll now reinforce our ships. Okay, so I'm actually going to cancel some of these corvettes or something. Where did that actually go? What fleet did that go into? We've got new fleet here. I'm assuming this is our wiped fleet. I'm going to cancel a couple of these. I'm going to disband new fleet, and I'm going to come on over to here, because we did have one fleet that was fully destroyed, right? So we're going to get our Titan going for that. We are lacking 37 minor artifacts for that. Okay, we'll have enough to do that in 2 months. So that's okay for now. We're going to tick forward here. We're working on grouping these guys together, and that'll happen eventually. Indeed, that will eventually happen. These guys were slightly awkwardly forced to go in a weird direction by the FTL inhibitor.
Commencing
but that's
planetary
okay.
incursion initiative.
So we're grouping up all of our forces over here. A month tick has happened. I'm pretty sure that we don't have... Yeah, we're at 36 minor artifacts. Okay. That's reasonably fine. We're going to bring our forces into Raxum here. Yes, I see the Horizon Core over here. Cool. Now, I want to hop into our government. I want to go in here. Specifically, what I want to be doing is I want to activate Forge subsidies. It's only a 10% boost. It's not phenomenal, but that'll still be helpful for us. No doubt about it. And beyond that, we might want to activate something along the lines of Astral Shielding in order to fight these guys, and probably the rest of our edicts as well. So for the time being, I'm going to drop all of these guys here. They'll get there soon enough. So that looks good. We have another month tick here, and once that actually goes through and the game pauses, let's head on back over here and let's queue up that Titan. It's going to take a while to get that Titan built. That's understood. We're going to reinforce 200,000. Okay, we're going to reinforce all of our fleets with what we've got there, and we're making just over 2,000 alloys per month now. It's gonna take a while to get this all rebuilt, no doubt about that, but I'm just checking through here. Yeah, we don't have any jobs available right now. We have a couple of idle construction ships, and I think these are gonna have to remain idle for the moment. Although we can certainly colonize here. So that is definitely something that we can do. We can colonize both of these. That'll cost a small amount of alloys. The question is, do we want to build orbitals at this moment? And ideally, yes. Ideally, yes, is the answer. So we can get some minor orbitals going here. Minor orbitals are quite cheap, so that's okay. Major orbitals are a little bit less cheap. Let's queue up these. Yeah, we're out of alloys again. So we could sell off some minerals, and, I mean, some dark matter, some zero, some living metal, rare crystals, exotic gases, volatile motes, and use that to buy in a few additional alloys. But the price on alloys is incredibly high right now. So that is definitely a concern. We can build a megastructure here of a minor orbital. This will be another minor orbital. And then this one would be a major, which we can just squeak in, but we can't afford this minor. So for now, we're going to leave that be. Okay, so all of these guys are going to get grouped up down here at Matsonia. We have reinforcements on the way in. That seems excellent. Absolutely excellent. But we need to wait until our month tick, and then we'll get these construction ships going. That'll be fine. Okay, so some reinforcements coming in here. Question is, what are these guys doing? They're heading down here? Okay. Just waiting for these guys to get caught up. We may want to pull in a dimensional fleet, actually, now that I think about it, and I'm going to do that. A dimensional fleet is going to be useful for us, for sure, at this point. We'll get it moving over to Cadmil. It'll take it a long time to get there. That's understood. So it's on the way. Now, these guys are going to hop in over here. There we go. Now what I'm going to do... Wow, that took a hot moment to pause. Sure, that's fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into our government tab, policies and edicts. Oh, hang on. Before we do this, we just had a month tick. So I'm going to have this guy come down here and build a minor orbital here. Okay, now this guy, in theory, can build a orbital over everything. So this would be a major orbital. Oh, that's a shattered world. Okay, interesting. This would be a major orbital here. Major here. There's nothing out over that direction. So this would be a major orbital up here. Another major orbital. And then this one would be a minor orbital. And I believe that's everything in this system. Yes. Did I queue up this minor orbital? Yes, I did. Now, this construction ship is also done. That's understood. I think I'm going to leave this one idle. So that'll be fine for now, and we're going to reinforce our fleets. Perfect. Then we can come out over this direction. We can see these guys jumped over to Balawar. Okay. We're going directly into Matsonia. That sounds good. And we'll chase them down. They might be going towards Cadmail. And if they are, that's fine. I want these guys, which we already have this under our control. I want all of these guys to position over at the jump point to Balawar. So that seems good.
System survey concluded.
Excellent. And we do have some reinforcements on the way over. That's ideal. And we're just waiting for these guys to be in position. They are in position now. I'm going to tell them to jump to Balawar. Out of curiosity, strength of the station, 37k. Okay. So that is noted. We're going to jump to Balawar, and we're going to need to deal with these guys, right? We're definitely going to catch them there. So let's hop in here. I'm going to turn on Astral Shielding. I'm going to turn on Exotic Gases for Shield Boost, Volatile Ammunition, Explosives, no, not Explosives, Reactive Armor, and Focusing Crystals. We're going to boost all of that up. Beautiful. So in we jump. We've got a bunch of fleets jumping in here, and all of these fleets are boosted up to quasi-reasonable levels. We instantly take over their station. That's kind of hilarious.
Fleet silenced.
Okay. I'm just noticing how they're fighting this. The answer is not well. They didn't fight that well. But that's definitely very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so with that fleet pushed back, I want to come back up and take Beta Aquilay. So, I'm going to tell most of these forces to head down here. I think only one fleet needs to go to Beta Aquilay, and I'm going to have that be the 5th Fleet 7. The rest of these forces, if we can select them, that would be nice. The rest of these forces... Okay, there we go. Get rid of the 5th Fleet 7. The rest of these forces are going to head to Beiruta, because we definitely need to take down this station. That will be absolutely fine. How are our invasions going up over here? So on Brother, we are... They have a lot of reserves. Okay, we're working on it. On Cradle, they have even more reserves. We're working on it. Okay. So that's going to take some time. Understood. We're at 2.2k alloys at this point, and we'll reinforce that. I do want to check in here. Volatile motes, rare crystals. Okay. Noted. For the time being, we're going to turn off those edicts. We're going to allow all of that to build back up. So that seems good. And we'll, of course, reinforce our fleets. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to go into Biruta.
Hostile station.
And this station will not last very long. Our long-range weaponry will take care of most of it. So no problem whatsoever here. Yeah, that's already dealt with. Fantastic. So at this point, we can push on over here to Rostaban, and that is indeed exactly the plan. We can go and take out the Aquinian Peacekeeper fleet down this way, and that sounds very, very good. I'm actually going to grab these guys. This is a 5th Fleet 11, and I'm wondering about that Dimensional Fleet. What if we were to take that out this way? So what if we were to bring them, say, here? It'll take them a while to get there, but we'll just tell them to do that for now. I feel like we have the forces that we need over this way, except for maybe armies. We'll see what armies end up looking like. Okay. Fantastic. So this station is, of course, out of here. And we're going to head on back to Rostaban. So these guys are going to attack Rostaban as well. And we're just going to push through here. This is not going to be particularly challenging for us. Until we get down here, I suppose. At which point it'll be slightly more challenging, for sure. So we have 4k alloys. Let's get a repair going. Perfect. And into Rostaban we go. This is going to be almost nothing to get this taken over.
Protocols.
In theory. Fantastic. So that's under our control now. We're going to come attack Merope next, and these guys are going to continue to work on catching up over here. It's going to take them a while, but that's understood. So we're just getting them knocked back over here. No problem whatsoever. We have finished an invasion over here, which actually mildly surprises me that we finished in Brother already. But sure, we'll take it. There's additional problems going on over here, but I'm going to take these guys over to Matsonia. We're going to go land on Matsonia 1. That is much weaker. So that looks perfect.
Hostile station.
And yeah, we're almost through the reserves over here. So that looks fine. Excellent. So Merope is under our control. We're going to continue to push on down. Excellent. And this is the 5th Fleet over here. Yeah, that's the path it's going to take. It's awkward. No doubt about it. It's very awkward. But it seems relatively fine. Cool. So the Aquinian Peacekeepers are going to cease to exist very soon. They don't have all that much left. But we do need to continue to reinforce. We've taken some pretty significant hits. No doubt about that.
Spaceports sustaining damage.
So here on Cradle, we actually have some ally forces in here. Remarkable. We are almost through their reserves as of right now. In fact, we are through their reserves. Perfect. The next units that begin to die here, those are just not going to do well. We actually have a trait pick that we can get here. Army upkeep, only win counselor. None of these are actually relevant, but I guess we'll go with this one. Again, not very relevant. Okay. Defense army damage. Army damage. That'll do. What else do we have here? Well, more army damage. Sure. We'll do it. Okay. So we're going to be done with this invasion very, very shortly at this point. And we have these guys in Rostaban. I want to get all of these units grouped up in the jump point to Yultup. So over they head. That'll be fine. 73 days, allegedly. We've got 6K alloys to throw at our Navy at this point. That sounds good. I want to check in here. Alpha Centauri Energy has an unemployment, and we're going to send that somewhere else. Nahal Industrial will work. Cool. So that'll be fine. What else might we need here in terms of employment? So we've got a generator world here. I mean, fair enough. This is actually a generator world, and we'll get that going. This we can resettle somewhere with a job. I guess this tech world will do. This we can resettle as well. This is going to go... Let's see. I guess this foundry station with 1 million empty jobs. I like it. So Azalash here has 3. They're going to get resettled over to... I think we'll go to the Pharaonis Black Hole Prime again. Also, we know that we're going to need to do some integration here. So, we're going to set rights to assimilation. We're going to do the same thing here. That clearly needs to happen. This is going to be assimilation. And then these are synthetics. I'm still going to assimilate them. They're not the right kind of synthetics. We're definitely going to work on that. Okay, so that looks good. And then, what else do we have? A whole lot of nothing. Okay, sounds good. So we're just waiting for this reinforcement in Fritaka. They will arrive eventually, 57 days. We've got 7.4K alloys at this point to throw at our fleets, and now we've got 6.6K.
Initial colonization.
Are we only
phase
missing
commenced.
minor artifacts at this point? That might be the case. Intriguing if true.
Initial colonization phase.
So we should be just about done on Cradle. Yeah, we're incredibly
Planetary
close at this
incursion
point.
initiative
We're wiping up
successful.
their disengaged units, and this looks good. We lost administrative control of Matsonia to the Crash
Research
Collective. Yeah,
concluded.
that's expected. And I'm going to send these guys into Beta Aquile. We're going to go land on Beta Aquile 1. That will be no problem. And we're going to be done here in Cradle incredibly, incredibly soon. Beautiful. Okay,
Planetary
so there we go.
incursion initiative
That's
successful.
done. And now we're going to head over to Polisti, I think. No, this is under our control. No, we need to head down to Biruta. So we're going to land here. That is 941. No problem. Okay, so that should be pretty close to all of our invasions. Now, these guys down over here, they're not quite in position yet. We're going to continue to reinforce our fleets. I'm 99% sure that our problem right now is, in fact, a lack of minor artifacts. So let's hop into our relics here and take a quick look at the Rubricator. I believe we, at this point, could do lateral artifacting, but it's on cooldown. Okay. So it's going to take a little bit. That's fine. So we're going to turn on our edicts again before we jump here, and that is, of course, in the government tab. And we're going to do astral shielding. We're going to do exotic gases for shield boost, volatile ammunition, reactive armor, and focusing crystals. That will be fine. All of these units are going to head over to Yultup, and should be no problem here. It would be these guys who would be the problem. Have they successfully invaded over here? The answer is yes on a couple of worlds. Okay. We just got gravitational analysis. Sounds good. And yeah, we lost administrative control of Cradle and Brother and Mother. That'll be because of claims.
Commencing
That is
planetary
reasonably
incursion
expected.
initiative.
Okay, so over we go into Yulta. And we should do quite well against this fleet as well, with our extremely
System
long-range
survey
weapon.
concluded.
We're not in combat with them just yet, but we should outrun them. They're trying to head to the Hyper Relay. I don't think they're going to get there before we catch them.
Hostile engagement protocols.
Although we are currently in battle with the Star Fortress and the transport fleet. Okay, so there's the Star Fortress under control. There's the transport fleet gone. And at this point, we're still fighting this orbital ring. Okay, that's a little awkward. There, we caught them. Okay, beautiful. So let's get the orbital ring under control. It's gone. And now we're going to start focusing in on these guys. In theory, with our long-range weaponry, we're a little bit spread out because we were pulled around by the orbital ring. So we're going to take some losses over here. These guys are a little too far ahead, but I guess that's okay. Cool. So that's pretty under control. There's not much they can do about it. What's remarkable to me is that we're only at 16% war exhaustion on them. That is quite remarkable. Well, let's head into this starbase for now. Or actually, should we? We should probably start heading over this direction. And just travel to, like, Diadem. It'll take a while to get there, but that's not too bad. We're going to be doing hyper relays the whole way. And we'll be able to repair on the way, so that should be reasonably okay. We are, of course, going to want to turn off our edicts. We're not going to be fighting for a while. So that is fine. We'll turn all of that off. Fantastic. Okay. We should be finishing up in Beta Aquila very shortly. Oh yeah, this is pretty much done. Beautiful. So we just need to get this 53rd Defense Army dealt with, and that will be finished.
Planetary Incursion Initiative successful.
And then these guys are going to head down. I'm going to jump drive them over to Yultup. And from there, they're going to land here. With 0 garrison. Okay, amazing. I'm not sure what the status on our other army is just yet. We can check in on that. It shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we're almost through the reserves here. Not too bad at all. Beautiful. So we're definitely having a hard time getting war exhaustion here, but that's okay. So we're going to come up and attack these Sethwerian Reclaimers next. We can see that there are galaxy forces up here. And we'll see how much they get done before we get there. So that should be fine. The Dimensional Fleet is actually getting pretty close here. And the 5th Fleet 11 is on the way as well. Noted. So I want to move these guys over to, like, Omicron Persei would be the idea. And they're going to deal with the Sacrosanct up here. So that seems good.
Commencing Planetary Incursion Initiative.
Okay, so Yultup is partially under our control. We're going to come out over here to Frigulin, and that will also be instantly under our control. So no problem at all there. And then we'll get our armies moving over. At this point, the war in heaven is half over. So that's looking good. Cool. I want to check through additional jobs here. Yeah, it's expected that we would lose that colony. That's fully expected. And I'm just checking through our job situation. We do need jobs on this generator station, and that is understandable. Let's put in a reactor district here. That'll be fine.
Planetary Incursion Initiative successful.
I'm going to go a mining district. We're lower on minerals. So that should be fine. And both of these, potentially habitable. Oh my, okay. Both of these should be ready to go, right? The Sethwerians should no longer exist. Right? Or rather, the Aquinians should no longer exist. Where are they? Oh, they still have these guys. Okay, we're landing there right now. But I want to pull this army. Why do we have a construction ship in Beta Aquila? Okay, whatever. We're going to pull this army over here. It must have been queued up previously. So we want these guys over to, like, Diadem. It'll take them a bit to get there, but that's fine. So we're going to land here, and this is going to just instantly be taken over.
Commencing Planetary Incursion Initiative.
Perfect. So now the Awakened Empire has been defeated. The war between the Ancients has ended with the destruction of one of their combatants, but not at the hands of their old rival. Whether it was due to the war weakening them or simply due to the strength of the younger races, it was that. The destruction of an elder empire at the hands of their supposed lessers has changed the situation considerably. Now the question remains, will the Sethwerian Reclaimers be able to avoid the fate of their ancient foe, or does this defeat signal the dawn of a new age in the galaxy? Remains to be seen. Excellent. So these guys are going to head over to, at this point, where are we? Diadem. We want to go to Diadem. Diadem's up over here. Perfect. So we've got 17k alloys. We're going to spend some of them. Our current lack is minor artifacts, and we'll get to that. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to take on the Sethweran Reclaimers, and there's a lot of galaxy forces over here already. So we'll see what's left by the time we get there. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.